Hello, fellow gardeners. I have a little task I'm going to do today. I planted these potatoes, and today is Mother's Day, May 11th, and I planted these potatoes a couple months ago, and they are starting to flower. And I do not want them to put their energy into growing flowers. I want them to put their energy into making potatoes. So, to keep them from dividing their energies that way, I am going to prune off the flowers. So the way I'm going to do this, you can see how it comes out here. And I'm going to just prune off that entire stem all the way down to the base of it, like so. And grab this flower, and now this cute little flower can go in the compost bin. It's an interesting looking flower. I don't think that these are ready to harvest, although they are starting to sort of fall over a bit. And generally when they fall over, that's a sign that they're about finished. We'll check on that once we get these flowers out of here. So on this side of the plant, I've got the flowers off, but you can see how the stems are starting to fall out to the side and droop a little at the base. And that's a sign that they're just about finished, but you can see the tops are still beautiful and full of life. And so I'm going to let them go a while longer until these top parts start to get dried up, and that will tell me that they are finished. I am, however, going to put some mulch down over these, because if the potatoes push up through the soil, then they can actually get toxic, I've heard, where the sun hits them. So you want to keep them covered at all times. So I'm going to put a little bit of mulch there just to keep them from getting sunlight. So I put a little handful of straw, pine straw in here, just to cover that up and keep the sun from drying out the soil too much and keeping any potatoes that surface from getting scalded by the sun. Here's my other potato bed, and I only see this one flower on here, so I'll cut that down and check around the other side, see if I find any more. Now, if I left these flowers on the plant, I would get probably smaller potatoes, or maybe fewer of them, because the plant would be putting a lot of energy into developing the fruit of the plant. And what we eat is the tuber underground, the potato. The fruit, these are in the same family as tomatoes and peppers and eggplants. The fruit of a potato plant, however, is toxic. And so if you wanted to let these go and let it develop seeds to harvest for the following year or the next season, you could definitely do that. But you would need to keep kids and pets away from those fruits, because they look like little tomatoes, and you don't want your kids eating those and getting sick.